We are in the tire business, in the value segment, the same segment that Walmart and IKEA are in, providing customers with a product where they're actually paying a reasonable price for a great value product. We have manufacturing facilities in China, Indonesia, Thailand, India, soon in United States, and we have customers in over 80 countries. Typically, a customer can buy a tire from a manufacturer. So you can buy it from a Chinese manufacturer or a manufacturer in Thailand or somebody in the United States. But there is nobody like us which can source products for you or can give you a solution across geographies. And it's important because the changing geopolitical situation can in the international business scene can be complicated. I'll give you an example. A few years back, there was tariff imposed on Chinese products. So we shifted a bunch of our production from China to Thailand and Indonesia so that our customers didn't really suffer the consequences. What about Chinese currency's appreciation? There's a tremendous amount of political pressure on China to do something with that. Should that happen, will that have an impact on business? Surely it will. Corporate social responsibility was a very fashionable, very in thing to do. And in my mind, that's just a little more than getting rid of your guilt. You create all kinds of unhealthy practices in businesses, and you give away 2% or a certain amount of money to some institution and feel good about it. But I don't think corporate social responsibility is the way people or companies generally take it. It should be about running the corporation responsibly. What we are doing is we got Ernst Young to work with us, and I think it has taken them almost 2 years to do a study on telling us what is our contribution to the carbon emission, which means they had to study all our factories, the processes in the factories, the laborers coming to the factory, the electrical consumption, our people traveling for sales purposes, all our offices worldwide, etc., etc. It was quite a task. So with that, they quantified and gave us a number that we are actually contributing towards carbon emission per radar tire that we make. Now that has been quantified, now it becomes easier for us to do something. We know this is the amount of mess that we are creating. So if this is the amount of mess we are creating, this is what we should do to sort that mess out. I personally think that this will become a law. This should become a law. This should become the norm. This is the way businesses should be run. Everybody should know how much are you contributing towards polluting the world or destroying the resources, etc., etc. And then once you know that, then go about fixing that problems. Surely life can't be, you can't say we will stop manufacturing or we will not. Businesses have to function. So instead of just taking stuff out and producing and putting the profits in your pocket, it's a very insignificant, it's a very small percentage of the whole deal where one can contribute. In our case, we have invested in this wind farm company out of Germany where we are trying to offset the carbon credit. But that's just buying of carbon credit, but at least that's the first step. What we want to do is we are looking at buying some plantation land ourselves. So our plan is in the next 5 years, instead of being carbon credit deficient, we will be carbon positive. We will be creating more, we'll be doing more good than damage to the planet. Having said that, we are a small company, and I don't think we will be making that much of an impact on the overall environmental issues. But what we are trying to do over here is we are making a statement by saying we are the first tire company which is carbon neutral, and we are giving out the process that this is how you can do it too. And we hope that the whole industry takes notice of this and people start doing these things, because it's a very small amount of money that needs to be invested in something which can have a tremendous amount of impact, not just for this generation, but for generations to come. And I think we owe this to our children.